Welcome back. Ask Pastor Chris is what we are on right now on this Relationship Wednesday Life and Style. You know, we get the young people mostly to come in and we discuss topical issues, get their views, and as they talk about it, we help you to look at life from a different perspective. Today, I'm joined by these three ladies and one gentleman, and we're going to be talking about how to deal with rejection after a breakup. So I'm just going to allow them to introduce themselves, starting right from my left.
My name is Regina Komi.
Regina, have you ever been rejected?
Not really,
Have you
but
rejected?
I did the rejection.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
My name is Cynthia Merita, and yeah.
All right. And to my right?
My name is Michelle Wahito.
Okay.
I have played the part of being rejected and being the rejecter as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And the gentleman?
I'm Moses Sichach. I've been rejected. I've only rejected like once.
How old are you? How many times have you been rejected, you know?
It's really hard to say. I'm not that guy who goes on hitting on everyone.
Okay.
But of course, some people reject you and brother you, put you in the bro zone. And
The bro zone means
oh, it
you're
means
not in a relationship?
Yeah, you're never going to be in a relationship with that person. You're going to be a good friend.
Okay.
Yeah.
But how do you deal with that? How do you deal with the pain that comes with rejection, especially after a breakup?
Okay. In my case, which I see most of the ladies do, actually you cover it up.
You cover it up?
Yeah. You just be strong and
By covering up, you act like nothing happened or
yeah,
you were
like
not affected?
life has to move on. Yeah. So
You just put a brave face, but deep down you're actually hurting, but
Yeah.
you don't want to show that to everyone.
So why wouldn't you want to show that?
You
What would you be protecting? Is it that you don't want to give this person a sense of
yeah, the
accomplishment?
satisfaction that I know you rejected me, but I don't want you to know that I know you rejected me.
Are all breakups a rejection? Or sometimes you also feel like, you know, this thing really needs to end?
Taking it from the first counter, I think all breakups, yes, they're a form of rejection because in one way or the other, it just didn't fit in someone else's life. So they saw like, yo, you can't be here, so you were rejected per se. But how you deal with it and how you take rejection, I think is determined by your personality. So if you really have if you have a strong personality, you're going to be like, I am not really not hurt and all that. But if you
Would
really
that be true?
no, you just hide it for the sake of other people because you don't want to be like everyone is just going to be looking at you, and then you don't want to feel the sympathy from people because again, when you feel sympathy from people and you really have a strong personality, you'll kind of feel like down. But if you're these people who are really weak, okay, then there you might really not take rejection in so well, and you might end up being depressed in some circumstances.
What is it exactly that hurts people the most at the point of the breakup?
Okay, if you're in a breakup, like you are in a relationship, you probably love this person very much and you are attached to this person with your heart and everything. So when you break up, it's like a part of you has been torn apart. So you're really in a very bad place.
Or sometimes you second guess yourself. You're like, why was I rejected?
Yeah.
Why did this not happen? Like you had preconceived notions that this is the person I really, really love this person. And if it doesn't work, you start second guessing yourself because you say now, like, there's a problem on my part. You know, you start having self-esteem issues as
Yeah.
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
It brings the self-esteem issues. But does one also feel the sense of like they feel cheated? You have invested so much. This is somebody who used to send you good messages, talk to you in a very loving way. And suddenly, their tone has changed, their language has changed, their messages have changed. You feel cheated, like who exactly was I dealing with?
Yeah, especially if it's a sudden one. You know, there are those breakups which you both know, okay, this is coming, it's just on the way. But there are other breakups that are sudden. Like yesterday we were okay, today we had an argument, tomorrow you're no longer there. and maybe you've done a lot in this relationship, you've invested a lot of time, and it had also, maybe it had reached a point that you can no longer think of yourself alone, such that you find that maybe even in your dreams, yeah, you have two of you, and then all of a sudden this person
Okay,
is no
let's
longer in
not
your
get
life.
crazy.
Yeah, it's just so heartbreaking, and you're like, really, you cheated me out of this thing. You cheated me out of my future or something like that. If you are so that deeply invested in it.
How do young men deal with rejection? You know, what do they do? Because the ladies are telling me they'll hide it, they'll fake it. How do
Yeah.
young men do
Fake
that?
it till you make it.
True.
I think men also fake it. Like me, I can really fake it. And the difference comes when, as a guy, I'll take it a step further. You break up with me today, meet me.
So you try to find somebody else?
Yeah, in the next 2 days, I'll have someone else. Really,
That's your way of healing.
yeah, it's more of, I can call it, okay, it's called a rebound, per se. And
Yeah.
after that, it won't stay really for long. Like,
And
it
young
will-
men do that a lot, right?
Yeah, like it's like the quickest way to heal, I think.
But at times, it also spins also to girls as well. Because
Yeah.
if you're rejected and you really love this person, and then you will really not deal well with rejection, you'll just decide, I've tried it, it didn't work. So what is your next step? You'll probably go do the same
On to the
thing.
next.
Use a boy now as a rebound, and the same thing is retaliated. So it becomes
So
like
what do? You start hanging around them too much? You start texting them? Or I was just, hi John, I
Flirting.
was finding
Yeah.
out how
Just
you
Flirting
doing."
always
guys,
works.
You know, if someone hits on you, you go on dates.
Are you guys serious?
you kind of
Yeah,
Well,
that's your way of healing. Yeah.
I mean, you come in here on national television and tell me the girls are flirting.
This is
It's
what
amazing.
happens.
Yeah. So
what
it's easier to push yourself to somebody else.
Yes.
But does it really solve the issues that you're dealing with? Because you'd see, you have this pain. So you're hanging out with this person, but you keep on trying to find out what the other person is
It
doing
will-
because your heart was so sold out to them.
It will kind of mask it. Like
It
if
will?
if I go to the next person and he feels a void that was missing at that particular time, it will mask the whole feeling. Even though I wasn't there particularly with the next person, but at least I won't dwell on the rejection feelings that I had. Yeah.
It will mask it, but at the same time, it will bring something else. I have seen a lady who had just gone through a breakup. She actually found the boyfriend in a very tricky situation. And it was just one of these hurtful breakups that I could really feel her pain. So she went and she met this person who gave her a shoulder to lean on, but it grew because
And that's what
Yeah.
mostly happens, right?
Yeah.
There's
you
always some
see,
shoulder.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there was a
some
shoulder,
shoulder somewhere.
but you see, this guy was not
So,
interested.
you know, you've faced a lot of rejection. All you need to do, go to the gym, build your shoulder. Because that's all they'll be looking for, you know.
But
And they
it didn't come out well because this guy was just giving a shoulder. He was not interested. So
Alright.
she ended up falling again for someone who really wasn't.
You know, because at that point she's needy,
Yeah.
she's unstable, and so she's going to lean on some support system.
Yeah.
And mostly when people are at that stage, they become clingy. They cling to that
Very,
support
yeah.
system because they find safety in it, which also then means that if you know that you offering a shoulder, that happens even with ladies. They offer shoulders too. There's a lot of
A
men
lot.
out there
Yeah.
who, you know, they'll come and they need a shoulder to lean on. When you know that all you're offering is a shoulder for this person to bounce back, then you must also prepare them for your lack of availability at some point.
Yeah.
Because if you make them feel like you'll always be available, then at some point you say, look, that's not what I was doing. The signal that is being sent is a mixed signal, and somewhere they're going to face what they faced, which is rejection again.
But again, you need to put into consideration that you're dealing with rejection at this given time, yeah? So meaning, at this time, what you want is solace and comfort. So you'll really not think about what will happen afterwards.
But I'm talking about the person who's offering the shoulder, because they're supposed to be the sober person in
Yeah.
that.
But sometimes people do take advantage of the
Not,
situation.
not everyone, not everyone is
very
with.
true.
There's this one person who's just been waiting for you and your boyfriend to break
just
up,
end
and
it up.
The
you know,
sliding.
woo. Okay, now this
Gently,
is the
I know you
time.
need me.
But you see, you know it, and then you allow it.
Yeah, because you did it at that time. What will you
You
do?
actually, okay.
Is it possible for somebody to go through a breakup, feel the pain, and then just decide, you know what, I need time for myself for the next 1 year. I'm not dating. I want to heal. I want to be sound so that I don't carry pain into somebody else's life.
Yeah, that happens actually. You can be a person, you decide this whole year I'm not dating anyone, and whoever comes, I'm not going to accept it because I'm healing. But trust me, it will be so hard because you're going through something so painful, yeah? So it will really need time for you to actually heal like that.
Yeah,
What are the
actually.
crazy things that people do when during rejection, apart from the fact that they find a rebounds? What are the crazy things that people do?
I've seen people become other, like, have developed different characters. Like, they just become bitter, and it's just not them. They're cranky all day, or they become negative on everything. They're just negative because of what they went through with the breakup. So they become this new personality. They are just different.
When, yeah?
Or again, a person may lose hope in the system that, you know, the way that love works, love will save you or something. A person loses hope with the system of love. And you find this person will be like, I'd rather just go sleep around with people and solve this whole problem like that. I will not love, no feel, no attachments.
No attachments.
So they just
I'll
wanna
be a
use
spinster
people.
for the rest of
Yeah.
my life.
Just
Now
go
to something
around.
very current and very prevalent in the society. So you do not get love. What will you go for next? The things that make you happy. Money, lavish lifestyle, luxury. So now then, if you're a girl, for example, you'll just jump in, okay, next thing, I need a sponsor.
That's
So
where it comes in
the
now.
story continues and then becomes like that.
Because you no longer trust in love.
Yeah.
But can rejection turn somebody into one serial stalker like this, you know?
Yes.
Very possible.
You broke up with somebody, and so you want to spend the rest of your life, you're on
Stalking
their
this person.
Instagram, you're on their Facebook, you're trying to see who likes whatever they do, what they like and all that.
It happens a lot. Like, you would know who this boy is going to be with next, what she's doing, when she went to his house, what
is
restaurant
different
they went
But
to.
what drives that? Is it that you know, you break up with me and then I'm trying to compare myself with the person you went to? What drives that?
You're like
because
bitter
they're-
inside.
Some ladies they're just in their head, they're like, okay, so what did he see in her that
I don't
didn't
have.
that I don't have?
So they want to punish the man or the girl or both or
No, they
everybody?
actually just. I think they
Stalking for
haven't
stalking's
accepted
sake.
the fact that it ended.
Yeah, a lot of people do that, stalking for stalking's sake. Like, I just want to know, let's call it keeping up with your ex. I just want to know what's going on in your life, really. Yeah.
But don't you think that hinders what I'm about to ask, the healing process of rejection?
It does.
It does.
What should somebody do when they have faced a breakup? And some of you told me you're the rejectors, you're not the rejected, you're the rejectors. So if you've broken up with somebody, what do you think they should do so that they move past the place of pain?
I think they should just accept the situation. Okay, as much as it's hard, they should just accept it because it's the only way they'll move on. Because if they stick to the rejection part of it, it's going to be hard living the rest of their love life
Yeah.
thing.
Personally, before I say no to you or this is not working, I'll tell you why. So this is the reason why. Maybe your thinking and my thinking is not the same. Maybe your interest, maybe there's something that, maybe your love language and mine is just totally
Not the
different,
same.
and we cannot agree on some things.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think after explaining why this is not going to work, then this person has to take a step of accepting it's not going to
By
work.
accepting, what are they supposed to do?
Like, okay, understand the fact that you and him is not going to work, and this is the reason why, and just understand why he's not.
So what are the rules? At the point you break up, what are the rules? You know, like you would go to a place and fill this form, you know, read everything and then sign your name. So what are the rules? Number one, don't call me again, or what? What is it?
Okay, I'd say, first of all, don't make it awkward between us when we pass each other in the streets, yeah? Yeah, we've broken up, but...
That will happen, really.
That will happen.
That will
How-
just
how
happen.
do
Isn't that
But-
expecting
but-
too
You
much?
don't have
No,
a
like
choice.
how
It
do
will
I
happen.
have a conversation
Not
with you
not
after
really
we've
a
broken up?
conversation, but don't just pass
Or
each other like you
it will
never
I will
knew
do
each
that.
other.
Honestly, I will do
And
that.
the
I will
nature
not
of the
talk to you.
breakup will really determine if we are passing
So
each other
we're supposed
awkwardly.
to have broken up and then we meet and smile. Hi, how's your
think
day?
it's
been?"
different.
How are you gonna pass?
Usually it's
Okay.
creepy.
I
If
think
your
it's
ex is
different for
like,
different. I
what?
think
Okay,
it's
it's
different
You're gonna kill me.
depending on people.
Is it that thing of, let's break up and remain friends kind of thing?
Okay, now that's
this is
deep.
something
That's
that I
weird.
will say it in a very nice way. If I break up with you, it will take time before I start talking to you.
Again.
Why? Me and you had more of a relationship, yeah? Maybe we were intimate at some point and then we broke up. So I will just not get the guts to talk to you anymore. Maybe after a while, but not immediately.
Yeah,
So
because
the expectation that, we've broken up today, let's remain friends and hang out from tomorrow as friends. As
Okay,
people,
that's
people
not accepted.
people try to justify that, but it's actually it's not right
It
because
doesn't work.
the moment we are friends, we still have that contact,
Yeah.
and we had a relationship. It was just not a friendship.
Someone might
So the
start
moment
getting
we
feelings
in-
back.
No, but there's no way like you're
Sending
gonna
a
pass
wrong
each
message.
other
It
in
is.
the
It's,
street.
it's sending
So
a
a
wrong
breakup
message
should
at that
be
point.
brutal, just like
not
that.
not
It should be
brutal,
brutal.
but
That's exactly what you're
Honor,
saying.
there are specific rules. For example, you don't text me.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's don't text. Even if you have the number of it, don't text, don't call, don't make any contact. Because every time you try to contact this person,
He'll
it
get
makes
ideas.
the pain
brings
worse.
it
Is that
brings
why
back
some
He or
what
she will
you
get
guys
They
had.
need to change their numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've got to
exactly.
change location.
Everything
But
has to go
again,
down.
as a girl, I'm just gonna say it this way: when you broken up with someone, sometimes you feel so bad, and you'll just
Yeah.
be desperate to talk to this person. Like feelings just don't disappear. Like
But you're supposed to
That's
why you
fight
need-
those
that's-
feelings.
that's
That's why
why
it's
you
a
need-
breakup.
fighting
should
it is
avoid it.
difficult. At first, you like your phone. I want to call you, but I don't want to call you. So it becomes like you're rushing.
How much time should you take after a breakup? I think it must have been last week, we were talking about space. How much time after a breakup should you take without being in contact?
Never,
Never?
never.
I think
Like
it
if you
depends
break
with you.
up, that's it.
It depends with the person. There are people who heal faster. There are people who will take time.
Some people work in the same place they've dated.
Yeah,
They
it's
live
gonna
around
be
the same area. So what do? You shift? Or
Not
what?
really. You just
You
say
really
hi and
can't
move on. That's
Hi.
I
that's
think
okay.
for such a person, you even have a bigger challenge because now you have to accept, and after accepting, you also have to accept the fact that you
You're
guys are
working
in the
together.
same place. You will be seeing each other every day, so you have to learn how to deal with that fact and psychologically just move on.
If I were in that situation, I honestly don't know what I've done because I don't want to see you every single day because I'll feel some type of way,
Get
obviously.
another job.
So I will
What
really.
if you're the one who broke it up, you'd still feel the same way, like I don't want to see you every day?
Yeah, I
Or-
don't want to see you. Yeah, because if I'm the one who rejected you, I know why I rejected you. I don't want you to see me because you will start having conversations with me and then you'll make me feel pathetic for you and then I will start maybe A, B, C, D. But now, in such a situation, I'll just stalk you, a sentimental stalker for that matter. Know when you're leaving so that I know what time I will leave. I will just stalk you generally so that I avoid the coincidences of us meeting. I don't want to see you
But-
until after 6 months.
But it really doesn't mean if you've broken up with someone, doesn't mean
Yeah.
the person who has broken it up doesn't hurt. You also are hurt as much as the person you broke up
Because there
with.
was a connection.
Because there was a connection
Yeah,
first.
between you two.
You thought this thing would work. You weren't dating to date for 2 weeks or a month or a year or even 7 years if you become that unlucky.
What if there were those, rebounds? So they were not really invested into that. I've been rejected over here, and then there's this person who seems to be interested. So let me hold on to them for a while. Then when I feel like it will work somewhere else, I drop them. So I was never attached.
In case of a rebound, then
Because I think there's also serial daters, right?
Yeah, there are.
They feel nothing. They just, pick this and keep on comparing. So which one is available that is better than the other one, and then they just feel like they need to drop that.
But then before I get to that point, you really need to have
Yeah,
known the
to know the
basis of
person.
what relationship you guys had so
Yeah.
that when you break up, like, okay, if I really invested a lot and this was a genuine relationship, then there both of you would hurt.
Besides,
Okay.
But in the other way around, no.
Your final thoughts dealing with rejection after breakup?
Dealing with rejection.
What would you tell the other young people who are watching right
Okay,
now?
as much as it's hard, like I know it's hard, and I know you're gonna hurt after the rejection. Just try and accept that it's happened and there are reasons to it. Just
And
try
let it
as
be.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Just accept it.
Yeah, I would say it's something you cannot avoid and it's happened. So first come to the terms with it, accept it. Then the second thing is you have friends. Like, I know you have friends. So go to them, talk to them. Actually, friends really do help. They'll help you because, especially if they've been through it, they'll understand you better and they will know how to help you go on with your life without using the wrong channels.
All right.
Yeah.
Your final thoughts.
Reevaluate the relationship you had. 2, be the best version of yourself. Because when you become the best version of yourself, the person who rejected you initially will be like, oh, I missed out on something, and this girl is very, very good. So be the best version of yourself, just that.
Your final thoughts.
Okay, for me, my final thought is after a breakup, really try to grow with the breakup. Like, don't make rash decisions, don't make stupid decisions, don't make other people suffer because of a breakup you had. I think that's the most important thing for me.
All right. Nobody loves to deal with pain. Nobody loves to deal with rejection. Nobody wants to feel like they are not good enough. So when it comes, it really hurts. But you see, you can never control what people think about you. The only person you can control what they think about is you. You have got to control your thoughts. And I love what she said, that you know a better version of you, because that's what I was going to say. When people reject you, you have got to have your self-acceptance, your self-esteem. Begin to build yourself. The best project, we say that at Life and Style, the best project that you could ever work on is you. I'm glad you've watched us today on Life and Style Relationship Wednesday and this segment. As Pastor Chris, remember, if you want to be part of this, you just need to text us on WhatsApp 0700574747. Nobody loves to be rejected. Most of us, if not all of us, want to be accepted. And when rejection comes in, the pain of it causes different people to deal with it in different ways. But the only person that you have control over is yourself, your thoughts. So if you have self-acceptance, no matter who rejects you or whatever you go through, you can always pick up yourself and move on with life. I'd like you to follow us on Twitter. Our handle is at @KTNLife_style. The same for Instagram and Facebook, KTN Life and Style. Send us a message and inbox if you want to be part of this or if you want to be part of anything that we are doing. We will respond to you. Send your questions to follow me on Twitter at CJ Atemo, Chris Atemo on Instagram, and Chris J. Atemo on Facebook. Tomorrow is Inspiration Thursday. Keep it life and style. Have a lovely day. God bless you.